left. Cowboy?
Yep.
So what would you think if the surprise was Conor starts talking mad trash when you get into the cage?
Oh, now we're fighting. Now that's a different story.
Right.
I mean, now we're actually in the octagon. Yeah, say whatever you want. It wouldn't like throw me for a loop or catch me off guard by any means at all. So I'd be ready for it. I mean, I fought Diaz. That's some bitch. That's all he does the whole fight. So yeah.
Yep. Speaking of Diaz, do you see some similarities in the fights that Conor had with Nate Diaz and the fight that you're about to have with Conor? Can you take anything from what Nate Diaz did against him?
Other than just a gritty, nasty fight, that's what I'm looking for, 5 rounds of hell. So we prepared, my coaches and I, we're ready, man. I don't know what else to say other than that.
Okay, so you say you have a 6-fight contract and you're excited about fighting 6 more. Could that be it? Could the end of this contract be the final chapter of Donald Cowboy Cerrone? Or
this year? Yeah, maybe this year. But no, hell no. Not even close. It hasn't even thought about the final.
No problem.
No.
So getting the bigger payday, would that maybe stop you from trying to fight 4 times a year? No, you'll keep on doing it.
You give me $80 million, whew, Sunday I'm going to see if you want to run it back again. So, yeah, hell no.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Thank you. Last question is, how does the Donald Cowboy Cerrone of 2020 compare to 2015 and 2010? How are you different? And what are the things that you think you've improved on the most?
Oh, I've learned how to listen to my body, for sure. Training. I know how to get on the Harley and let the wind blow and not worry about this fight. This is a lot, man. This is a hell. I mean, sitting here in front of you guys, so you got to just put my knees in the breeze and let all that shit go, man. Just worry about rolling, So for me, all the crazy activities I do, just get this out of my mind, Don't think about it. And so what's different? I'm a lot more matured, a lot more veteran, ready, excited, and know all the steps I got to do to not be a slow starter, to make it happen on the big night. So we'll see.
You think 170 favors either of you, or it's pretty much the same, being that it's 170?
Oh, I think I don't think either one of us are going to be any much bigger. This is probably just our same everyday walk-around training weight, So, yeah, hell yeah, it favors us. We're not sucked. We're not depleted. I'm able to talk to you guys, laugh, and have a smile.
Sounds good. And 170 is where you're going to stay, you think?
Nah, hell no. Unless the next guy wants to meet me there too, But no, I'll probably go back to 55, or I'll fight. I don't know. Who fucking cares? I'm just going to keep fighting. Whatever they want. Don't matter to me.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Donald, in front, you have, the most impressive collection of UFC records of any fighter in the history of the company. I'm curious, where does having your own custom Budweiser can rank amongst all your career accolades?
That was, I should have brought one for you guys, but fuck that. I'm keeping them for me. That was like the coolest thing I've ever seen happen, man. The Budweiser guy dropped off cases at the house today. It was just cool to see all my teammates and everyone ripping through the boxes like, oh, man, it's impressive. It's really cool. And, man, I got my face on a Budweiser can. Don't get any cooler than that. If you're into cool shit,
Conor said that he's been abstaining from alcohol. Have you also been abstaining from alcohol?
No. Good for him, though.
And we saw you on the Embedded over on Fremont Street. You were singing along to Every Rose Has Its Thorn, I think. Is it basically any song with the word cowboy in it? You're a fan of the lyrics? Do you have any other favorite cowboy song?
Fuck, Bon Jovi came around now. Everyone here would fucking fist pump and put it this guy. What are you talking about? Those are all American. I mean, the Guns N' Roses, Poison, Joan Jett concert that's coming. If y'all don't have tickets, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your lives, but Cowboy's gonna be there front and center for sure. Yeah, are you kidding me? What was that? Spandex Nation, I think, was the name of the band that was down there playing. They just rocked a bunch of '80s hair band music, and if you don't know the words of those, I don't know what you guys have been doing with your childhoods. But yeah, I like singing along. They should have given me a mic. I would have murdered it, and it'd have been fun.
Cowboy, this fight has been come close to fruition for the last few years, but it hasn't. As it kind of kept yanking away from you a little bit, did you think it was actually going to happen, or did you kind of give up hope?
Oh, we gave up hope. I mean, I shouldn't say we gave up hope, but it was just like it would always come up, and yeah, this last one, I was like, I'm fucking going snowmobiling, man. If it happens, it happens. My manager's calling me, my friends are calling me, and I said, I'm going snowboarding or snowmobiling. You let me know if it actually happens. And they couldn't get a hold of us out on the hill, and we came back, and They're like, fucking sign the contract. It's here. I was like, oh, shit, it is here. Call my coaches. Let's go.
Did it feel real right then, or there was at some point you realized that this is actually a go?
There was actually like a 2-week period where it still didn't feel real because something was happening on his side. No idea why, but yeah. So it still kind of felt like fuck. Are we biting the bit again? Are we gonna get fucking made fools again? And then it happened. So here we are.
What's your relationship like with your management team? I mean, I like, for example, Kevin Harvick. I mean, you do lean on Kevin for advice. He's been through kind of, different situation, obviously, but he's been through these pressure-packed moments.
Yeah, the KHI management, every one of our athletes, we all have each other's numbers. We all have everything. So to lean on any of those outstanding people is cool. I can call any one of those guys and ask them for advice. Ask them, they're all pumped up for this fight. We get pumped up for their races, for their golf tournaments, whatever it may be. And yeah, we're like a giant family, man. So it's really cool. It's not just me, or not just them. It's a well-oiled machine, and they work their asses off for us, so it's cool.
Last question: do you have a moment or an anecdote about Kevin Harvick where he's giving you a piece of advice and you said, you know what, that's something that I can really apply and it has helped a lot?
Just talking with him, man, after the races and talking to him about his sport and my sport, and how they're similar and how they're different, and yeah, I mean, I don't know about one specific time, but Kevin and I have had groups and groups of talks where we just sit and bullshit and drink ice cold, delicious Budweisers, The first time I met Kevin was at a race here in Vegas. And I remember we were sitting back with all the drivers bullshit, and I was like, who the fuck is the beer guy? Like, how come we don't have any beer here? And he's like, that's actually me. And I was like, well, let's go. Let's get these beers going. And that's kind of how we met and how all this fun stuff started.
Hey, Cowboy. Who do you think won the battle of the fashion statement yesterday, and do you think you got the edge when he complimented you on your coat?
Nah, man, it was cool. It was cool to have him tell me. I mean, it was a fire-ass python jacket, so I'm pretty excited about it. But, I just wanted to look good. He looked good. The best part was the camera guys wanted me to tip my hat up so you could see my face. They wanted 4 inches, but I didn't want to sit up there like this with my hat all stupid. So, and I heard a funny guy say I look like one of the characters off of Mortal Kombat that you haven't unlocked yet, the all blacked out guy. So I was like, oh, that was a good one. So it was fun.
And what does it mean to you? You've been on this journey for a long time to be in this spot, and everything's sort of been growing the way it has with the UFC.
I remember being in the WC, crossing over to the UFC. The media was nothing like this, and having the PR team that we had, Dave Schaller back then, and moving to Chris now, and how they tailor us and help us perform in front of you guys. It's a big thing. We are entertainers, so learning how to speak and how to do media. The UFC does such a great job of helping their athletes perform in front of the media. So I'm really pumped that we have that avenue of the UFC to help us be able to speak well in front of you guys. So, but yeah, the media is big now. It's cool.
Cowboy, right here to your left. Since you mentioned the outfits there and everything yesterday, and the PETA back and forth, they actually just tweeted you and Conor a few minutes ago saying, "You're right. We are here to remind you that only cowards would brag about wearing an animal who was likely beaten and skinned alive. Why don't you knock out your own securities and wear your own skin?"
Woo, man. Well, I guess if killing humans was legal, I could probably wear a badass human jacket, but I got a white buffalo at home, PETA, and when she croaks, I'm gonna wear a bitchin' ass fucking legendary white buffalo cape out one of these days. So, not at the ranch. I have a lot of animals: turkeys, goats, chickens, pigs. We kill them and butcher them. We eat them all ourselves, man. We use every bit of them. So it's not like I don't just go down to the store and buy beef, We raise it and kill it and eat it. So if there's something inhumane or unjust about raising and killing my own meat for my own sake, PETA, you're fucked up. Granted, I didn't kill the snake or raise the snake to build the python jacket, but god damn, it was fucking cool, so I had to wear it.
There you go. And just one more from me. You mentioned maybe waking up on Sunday and saying, let's do this again. Of course, you feel you're going to win the fight. We've seen when Conor loses, he was obsessed with getting the Nate Diaz rematch. He clearly wants to fight Khabib again. Do you envision when you win this fight, you guys doing this again?
Oh, hey, sure. And I would, because I don't care. The who never matters to me. It's always the when and the where. So When I heard him yesterday talking about April sounds free and April, March, whatever the fuck they said, that sounds good to me. I'd love to get right on it and go back in March. So, yeah.
Cowboy, on the floor in front of you. Do you feel like it's easier for you to get ready for a fight if you have a lot of animosity against your opponent? You guys have been very respectful this week. Could it be a trap for you?
No. Well, maybe he thinks he's setting a trap, but no, I don't need to hate you to fight you. We're professionals, you know? You know, a baseball team doesn't have to hate the other baseball team. Sometimes, sure, you know, if there's bad blood or bad rivalry, it sells the fight a little more, but I don't need it to get fired up and train harder. I train just as hard, just as good, just to fight my best friend as I would to fight Conor, you know? So, nah, I don't need anything extra.
And finally, did anyone from the UFC say anything to you when you said you were going to ride your Harley in here 2 days before the fight?
Say what?
Did they say that it was a good idea, or no one said anything?
Oh, I don't even think I asked anybody, so yeah.
Shut up.
They tell me I can't ride horses, can't skydive, can't bungee jump. I think I got a cowboy clause that says, just leave that boy the fuck alone, he gonna show up and fight.
And finally, who rode in with you?
My buddy Mikey, my Thai coach Pedro, and my wrestling coach Jafari. We had one more, but we lost him somewhere on the highway, so if you guys see a guy, right, he doesn't speak really good English, so if you see a guy out looking, maybe just this way, help him out. He's on a red dyno, so he's out there lost somewhere. All right, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Saturday night we're gonna blow the roof off this motherfucker, so can't wait. Cowboy showing up for the big one.